This was chapter 2 in our book, so let's get into it. All right. So for the overview, you're gonna be learning about the three major objectives of coaching, society's objectives for sport programs, and the compatibility of your objectives with societies. You're going to be learning about a new perspective on winning, and you're going to be hearing about my personal objectives for coaching. So the three main coaching objectives are to win, to help young players have fun, and to help young athletes develop. So, of course, there's many other objectives. I myself have other ones as well, but these are the three main ones that most coaches probably have and probably should have, if I'm being honest. Um, so which one is more important in youth sports? This would be for the audience, but since y'all are not here, I'll answer it. Me personally, in youth sports, I think development takes the cake. I think having fun should come second, and I think third is winning. But when we're talking about sports as you get older, that changes, at least for me. I think it should be developing first and then winning, and then having fun. I love to have fun. Who doesn't? But I think that'll be the least important thing when we're talking about, you know, winning and developing. But when it comes to society, the majority believes that winning is what matters over everything. Now, I'm not too sure if this means with, or if this resonates with the youth sports, because I do wholeheartedly believe that youth sports, you should be putting a focus on having fun and development. Um, but I know that a lot of coaches out there, whether it's in AAU or in like competitive travel team or clubs, like I think those coaches might have more of a focus on winning just because they might be getting paid to win and they could get fired for not winning. So um yeah, so I think that's why the majority believes that winning is what matters over everything. But when it comes to society's coaching objectives, sorry, it differs from recreational versus competitive. So recreational sports programs should be about learning the sport and having fun. So personal testimony, I play intramural sports here at UNT. And oftentimes, I mean, I grew up playing sports. I love sports. I coached basketball. So, you know, I'm not like an amateur, I guess. I'm not a pro either, but I understand the sport and the way it's supposed to be played. So me, I want to win. And my teammates, some of them don't know how to play the sport, and some of them are just doing it just to have fun, just to do something, which I understand. And I think that's exactly how it should be. However, when we're talking about competitive sports programs, they kind of push short-term objectives such as winning, and oftentimes winning will go first and having fun will come second. Um, I, yeah, I mean, not too sure what to say about that, but again, talking about that one big issue, most coaches are forced to be more concerned with winning, like I said, short-term goals. Just because of the fact that they might be fired if they lose a lot, and they might be fired if they're having too much fun. I mean, I don't know. But when we're talking about youth coaching, I do agree it should be about fun and development, like I said before. So we're gonna take a quick look at this. Oh, give me 1 second. There you go. So this little diagram was there in the book. First it was kind of hard to read it, but I got it now. So here we have on this side, on the left side, we have program objectives. We have competitive and recreational. So whether it's a competitive program or a recreational program, right? Then we have coaching objectives. And again, we have recreational and competitive. Um, so we have in this one, we have in this quadrant, we have dissatisfaction, This one we have compatible, compatible, and this last one we have conflict. So the way it works is if I'm a coach for an intramural team and we're in like an like intramural or recreational type like program, then we'll probably have the same kind of like goals, so we'll be compatible. However, if I'm sort of like a relaxed or a recreational coach, kind of chilled, going with fun, things like that, and I'm coaching in a competitive setting, there might be a lot of dissatisfaction because, this program's trying to win, but I'm like, no, guys, like it's fine. Like, let's have fun, and I'm putting that of like more importance over that. So, so that's just kind of how it works. Same with this. If I'm a competitive coach and I'm in like a recreational thing, like I said, if I'm playing rec sports, I want to win, but it should be just about having fun, and that's where conflict comes from. So, but that's just a little cool little thing. Um, so in the book, we came across a new perspective of winning or on winning. And that perspective is athletes are first and winning second. I believe this because I follow Coach John Calipari, which is the basketball coach, the head basketball coach for the University of Kentucky. And they're super successful. Their athletes are ranked number one in the most athletes that come out of college getting drafted in like the first pick, or I think like just having the most NBA players getting like or have the most players getting to the NBA. Something like that. I kind of mixed it up, but you kind of get it. Um, but every decision you make and every behavior you display should be based first on what you judge is best for your athletes, and second, what may improve the athletes or team's chances of winning. So I do agree with that. I think when you're a coach of sport, especially youth sports, because that's what we're talking about, it should be them first. Their whatever you think is most important to them, what's going to help them win, what's going to help them have fun. That's what should be of more importance. And then this last thing, should we be putting more emphasis on the journey rather than winning itself? I don't think so, but I think the journey is a lot of times kind of slept on. Uh, a lot of people forget about it, but sometimes the journey might be more rewarding than winning itself. I don't know. I mean, that's at least happened to me. Um, it's a little long of a story, but I mean, I've gone through that, so I understand it. This is just a little slide about commitment ethics. Young athletes are more committed to sports rather than school, church, and home. That was a big thing with me. I think the reason I fell in love with sports was because it was also challenging, fun, and competitive. And it kind of gave me an out. I saved myself by playing sports. I met so many people by playing sports. Sometimes in school, you might find yourself being like an outcast. And I think that's why kids find it easy to be in sports. For ethical behavior, um, sports help them learn codes for life, respect others or treat others the way you want to be treated. Boom, easy. Um, and then not to cheat, things like that. Don't cheat on your girlfriend, don't cheat in the game. Simple as that, you know. Let's see. So I'm kind of running out of time. But when it comes to youth coaching, my personal coaching objectives would be the developing players' skills, confidence, and confidence. I think developing their confidence is super important and super overlooked. I think the more that you're able to let them make mistakes, they're able to be like, okay, all right, and bounce back, come back from all that, and end up turning into just a phenomenal player. I've seen it firsthand. But I also like creating fun practices and games. I appreciate when I teach my athletes to stay disciplined and to be morally sound. Um, I think it's important to be better than you were yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. I think you should be a better person every day. And of course, winning. I mean, who doesn't like winning? I think that's important. Um, lastly, the summary is despite acknowledging, I'm just kind of I'm gonna, summarize it. Despite acknowledging the slim likelihood of winning, they understand that securing victory is the primary objective of the game. They emphasize the importance of adhering to the rules, ensuring the fair treatment of athletes. These coaches play an active role in fostering the comprehensive development of athletes, addressing their physical, psychological, and social behavior. And additionally, accomplished coaches strive to achieve their own goals without compromising the well-being of their athletes. So, everything I said, basically coaches are in charge of making sure they have a fun time, as long as we're talking about youth sports. Um, have a great time at practice, have a great time in the games. Let's focus on developing ourselves and winning will come after. I strictly believe that. But that is me. I'm in blue, and this is our first home opening game. So, yeah. But that takes me to the end of this, and I appreciate the opportunity to teach y'all about determining your coaching objectives. And if you have any questions, let me know. But thank you.